Heads up, I'm doing this rune tree because I realized that I didn't pick things as optimally as I could, even though I'm still gonna kind of turn my brain off and do my best. But regardless, yeah, I didn't really, well, should I say that didn't really feel the effects of the patch? Oh my goodness, as I run and lose my shield, but yeah, it's not great. I looked at the videos that I've been trying to put out, and my level ups have not been good both on RNG and my pick, because I've noticed after I pick a few perks, my choices aren't usually great. That said, I'm still taking elements. I think I was planning to do no elements, because maybe that's better for flame gun, even though taking burns to proc an extra burn on a shot it's pretty good, but I've already taken Electromage, so I can't really change my decision anymore. So here's hoping that this works out for me, because if it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna be really sad. So to that end, taking Frost Mage, because this is not my challenge video, and I need to remember to change my tree back when I switch in between. Maybe that wasn't such a good decision for me to do both types of videos, because that means I need to switch my runes whenever I do one or the other. Also, not planning to edit this, so what you see here is what you're gonna get. No end screen, nothing else out of what I would outside of the recording itself, I guess. So, which means if anything happens, you wouldn't be if anything happens in real life to me, you won't be watching this video, because any interruptions are going to be promptly that recording's pretty much going to be scrapped. But up to this date, I haven't really, I think only like 2 to 3% of my minutes till dawn recordings have really gone awry. Although there have been a lot of recordings that I ended up not using because, either because of timing or because I decided, nah, it's not the best. So, I literally just destroyed my own run in those videos and recorded again. So at this point, nothing much else going on. We're just waiting for any content updates. Aside from people doing mods, people already making mods for this game are putting in good work. I think, well, no, I'll have to wait again. I don't want to say any opinions that are not exactly fact as I squeeze through those ads. So, but there are people trying to make mods in this game and other games, but Minutes Till Dawn is not an exception. So we'll see what people do. Not really content based, more than graphics and whatnot. And if nothing else, people passing on assets in case people want to work on mods. Along with some gameplay mods that I think I saw around, but I don't think I'll be using them, even if they were already out. I didn't really check up on them because, again, it's not that I wasn't interested. It's that when I'm playing, I'm usually recording, and I want the vanilla experience usually, which kind of carries over from other games because I've yet to touch a lot of mods in a lot of the games that I have. So. At least in terms of games that I've recorded for this channel. If it's any other type of game, usually I end up using mods, because mods do make the game more fun. Or mod support makes games more fun. So, let's do Frostbite. Funny enough, we'll do Frostbite. Because I took Double Shot, and I'm still not clearing out enemies. Even though, yes, burn stacks, like putting 3 to 4 burns on enemies within the first 5 to 7 minutes, is probably going to kill them. They're just not gonna die immediately, so when I get surrounded, it's less helpful. So let's try to let's work with less double shot. If I see double shot again, though, I'm probably gonna take it. I think I have, checking really quick. Yeah, I have. Well, now I have one of the Frost Max HP perks. I thought I took it. I took Splinter instead. Still, regardless. And then not forgetting about the rune trees. I feel like people keep forgetting about the rune tree perks and how much they can actually make a difference. You know, even if it's only a 10% chance, that's still 10%, you know, if we're looking at theoretical probability of all monsters that you are shooting at, you know, effects going off, like applying burns or freeze, or when enemies under a status effect die, they spread their effect. That's one's 25% because it's 5% per ranked. So on and so forth, though I understand why people think that those perks are not, I guess we should say best in slot or the best for a normal run, but, you know, I think I finally got Enhanced Shadow. The damage is not gonna do as much here because it's based on the flame gun's based initial shot damage, which is how much? 5, it looks like. So yeah, I mean, it'll still do something, but it's more the fire rate that is going to be making a difference. So hopefully it works out as we approach Shub once more. That said, I do need to make sure I'm utilizing Clone a lot more. I've yet to continue. I mean, well, actually, I should just be spamming it even if nothing's happening. As long as the Clone has uptime, it's doing some amount of DPS as opposed to trying to time it. Timing it is important too, but I mean, it's on such a low cooldown where it makes little to no difference. So, I guess I overestimated Hibana, the Hibana build, because before 20 minutes, we got 10 minutes till dawn, which is objectively not as difficult, especially when you look at HP values. I think HP values are also scaled downwards for 10 minutes. And if it is scaled, if 9 minutes and 20 minutes compared to 10 minutes is easier, meaning 10 minutes is harder when you approach the end of 10 minutes till dawn, then, yeah, I mean, nonetheless, it's not as difficult, is what I'm trying to say, so. That said, so this problem is specifically on Darkness 15, for Flame Gun specifically. Hina Flame Gun is probably a bit worse, depending on your build, but yeah, it's, this part, people have trouble clearing the ads. Or because with most other guns and or character-weapon combinations, you're clearing out the ads while being able to focus on Shub. With Flame Gun, you don't really have that luxury. Again, enemies will still die quickly, but as I said before, enemies don't die immediately to the Flame Gun. So that means enemies still have like that extra second or two to swarm you and hit you before they burn out and die. Which I think is the main problem with Flame Gun and people surviving with it. Not saying that everyone who's a veteran at this game is having trouble with Flame Gun. I'm just saying that's the reality of Flame Gun. You need at least 1 or 2 ticks because you're not killing with the initial hit. That said, so do I actually want to take Tome of Rage here? Well, I don't have much else, so I'm sacrificing Knockback. So here I'm going to hope that the Freeze is going to do enough CC because I no longer have Knockback as a form of crowd control CC. So that said, does Hina's clone still? No, because it applies the bullet effects, and if Hina herself or the gun does not knock back very well, that means the clone shouldn't be knocking back. That said, the clone is still putting in good work, at least putting burns down. But yeah, I might end up dying here. Granted, a lot of it is due to greed. When you have a good build, I think someone mentioned this too. When you have a good build, it's easy to start greeding. At the same time, you need to be picking up experience, so it's not like you're greeding for kills. In my case, I'm greeding for experience, but if you don't pick up experience and the next wave comes, which is usually which in some cases is an HP scale, you get swarmed and you die. So it's not exactly greed when you need to level up and complete your build, I think, but that's part of the balance. Although, to go back to Flame Gun being a bit of an issue, is one of the downsides of Flame Gun, again, because there's a second or two that passes where you don't have the ability. The enemies won't die, because your shots don't do enough damage, so they don't die immediately. Whereas opposed to other guns, you can at least freeze them, and in the Flame Gun's case, yeah, you can do that. Although, I don't have double shot, or I don't have any perks in the double shot tree, double shot included, because you're required, but, you know. Yeah, and in this small case, run and gun isn't gonna help me as much, but it is good. It's better for utility, so I'm not getting swarmed as easily. Though yes, my damage does decrease as a result, but that's a whole other problem, I think. So I swear one of the freeze perks got nerfed. I know the dev probably would have said it on an update, so I don't think that's the case, but I swear both of them said 25%, but one of them is 15%, while the other is 25%, but I swear both of them are 25%, but I'm probably wrong about that, so. So Depth Rounds, funny enough, actually does a lot more damage because of how, yeah, I actually want to take, you know what, yeah, it looks weird because Flame Gun's whole thing is that it does less damage per initial shot for to apply burns, which does a bunch of damage. But again, compared to other weapons, as I almost get myself killed. Well, never mind. All right, I'll see you guys later. I was autopiloting a bit too much, but I'll show you the end screen before I quit out.